Good morning, student. Today we are going to start exercise 4.3. In the previous video, I explained you exercise 4.3 up to question number 3. Now here I am taking question number 4. You can see here question number 4. Construct three equations starting with x equal to 2. Here in the previous classes, we are finding the answer from the equation. Now in this question, we are going to just do the reverse thing. It means from the answer, we will make a equation. Okay, so here your answer is given x equal to 2. So whatever equation you are constructing, the answer always be a 2. That type of equation we have to frame. Okay, so now here you can do either addition, subtraction, multiplication, division is up to you. Whatever you are doing, do in the do on both sides of an equation. Okay, so suppose here I am multiplying by 4. Your equation is given x equal to 2. Understood? Now here I am multiplying by 4 to both sides of an equation. So if you are multiplying by 4 to both sides of an equation, what will you get? Here 4 into x, 4x. Then here 2, here 2 is given. Then 2 into 4, 2 into 4. Then what will you get? 4x equal to 8. Then your answer will be 4x equal to 8. Understood? Now we have to frame three equations. So here first equation we have got 4x equal to 8. Now second, what I am doing, second step, subtract 2 from both sides of an equation. Either you can subtract from this equation or this equation, is up to you which equation you want to take. So here I am taking 4x equal to 8. I am taking this equation. Okay. So 4x equal to 8. And what I am subtracting? 2 from both sides. So 4x minus 2, 8 minus 2. Right. Then here 4x minus 2 again. Then 8 minus 2 is equal to 6. So this is your second equation. 4x minus 2 equal to 6. It is your second equation. Okay. This is your first equation. This is your second equation. Now third, what I am doing in third equation? I am adding 3 to both sides of an equation. It's up to you which number you want to add, which number you want to subtract, and by which number you want to multiply. Okay. So now add 3 to both sides of an equation. Again you have two choice. Either you can take this equation or this equation. You can add 3 to one of them. It's up to you which equation you want to take. Okay. So I have taken here this one, 4x equal to 8. So add 3. So 4x plus 3, 8 plus 3. Then what will you get? 4x plus 3 equal 8 plus 3, 11. Understood? Now move on to next question. Okay. Now here we are starting new exercise. Exercise 4.4. Okay. So first question is set up equations and solve them to find the unknown numbers in the following cases. Here you have given unknown. You have given a question, and from the question we have to construct an equation, and from that equation we will find the value of an unknown numbers. And always remember, the unknown number will be your variable. It is your variable, and it's up to you which variable you want to take, either x, y, z, a, b, c. It's up to you. Okay. So first question is given, add 4 to 8 times a number, you get 60. So here question is given, we have to add 4 to 8 times a number. Which number? Here a number. Here it is given a number. So about which number it is talking? We don't know the number, so that number will be x or any alphabet. Okay. So let the number be x, because here 8 times a number, and which number we don't know. So for that number we are taking x or any variable. So 8 times a number, it means 8 times of this number, you will get 8x. Then add 4 plus 4, you get 60. What? 60. So equal 60. So this is your equation. Now here I have solved this equation by using step method, or you can use transpose method also. So at 8x plus 4 minus 4 equals 60 minus 4, because here with a variable plus 4 is given and we have to take the same number with opposite sign. So we will take minus 4 here and here also. So you will get 8x is equal to 60 minus 4, 56. Then divide by 8, because here is 8 with a variable. So divide by 8, you will get 8 7 56. So it is your answer. Understood? So the right answer that a number is x. Okay? 7, sorry. Now question number 2. If I take 3/4 of a number and add 3 to it, I get 21. Here I am taking 3/4 of a number. Which number? We don't know. So you can take any variable. So let the number be y. Here it is an unknown number. This number is unknown and that we have to find. That unknown number is that and we have to find that number. So let the number be y. Then 3/4 of a number. 3/4 it means 3/4. Of it means multiplication. A number. Number is y. So 3/4 y. Add 3 plus 3. I get 21. It means equal 21. Now solve this. Here I used transpose method. So I will transpose plus 3 to 21. Then what I will get? 3/4 y equal to 21 minus 3. So 3/4 into y equal to 21 minus 3, 18. So right here 18. Now again you transpose. Then what you will get? That y equal to 18 into 4/3. Okay, that 3/4 also transpose. So it will, the number which is in a denominator, it will goes on a numerator and the numerator number comes on a denominator place. Then solve. You will get 3 6 18 and 6 into 4 24. So your answer is y equal to 24. Understood? Now just move on to next question. So your next question is question number 2. Solve the following questions. Here we have to solve the following questions. So first question is given. The teacher tells the class that the highest marks obtained by a student in her class is twice the lowest marks plus 7. The highest score is 87. What is the lowest score? Here teacher is saying that whatever the student marks scored by the student, the highest mark is 87 and that marks is coming by taking the twice of the lowest mark and after adding 7. So we will get the highest marks. So here we have to find the lowest score. What? Lowest score. What do you have to find? Lowest score. So here the unknown number is your lowest score. Okay. Always take a variable in place of an unknown number. And here your unknown number is lowest score. Okay. So let the lowest mark be x. Understood? And your highest mark. What will be your highest mark? See from the question. It is twice the lowest mark. Twice means we have to multiply by 2. So 2x. Okay. 2x plus 7. So this is your highest mark. Okay. But here given that highest score is 87. So write again highest mark or score is 87. This is your also highest score 2x plus 7. This highest score and marks is also given 87. It means they are equal. So you will find 2x plus 7 equal to 87. Okay. Now transpose 7. So you will get 2x equal to 87 minus 7. Then what you will get? 2x equal to 80. Now again transpose 2. Then you will get x equal to 80 upon 2. Then your answer is x equal to 40 because 42 is 80. So your lowest mark is 40. At last right answer, lowest score is 40. Okay. Now next question. Sachin scored twice as many as Rahul. Okay, here Sachin scored twice as many as run Rahul scored. Okay, together their runs fell too short of a double century. How many runs did each one score? Here we have to find the run scored by each one of them. Okay, so here Sachin scored twice as many as Rahul. Sachin scored the double of a run scored by a Rahul. So here Rahul runs is not given. Why? Because Sachin run is given here. Sachin scored twice as many as Rahul scored. So here Rahul is unknown. Rahul scored is unknown. So we will take let the Rahul scored Y runs. Okay. Whatever run scored by the Rahul, just double of it scored by a Sachin. So here your unknown run is of a Rahul run. Okay. So let Rahul scored Y runs. Okay. Therefore Sachin scored. What Sachin scored? Twice as many as Rahul. So twice, it means 2. And run of Rahul is Y. So 2 into Y. Understood? Okay. Then next. Okay. Now together. Together means they have to add their runs. Okay. Together means we have to add both the runs of both the player. So 2Y, it is a run of a Sachin, and Y, it is a run of a Rahul. Equal to too short to fail double century. Double century means 200, century means 100, and double century means 200. Too short, TWO, too short. Fell, it means 2 runs is left to complete the double century. Therefore we subtract 2 because 2 run is still left to complete the double century. So it is 200 minus 2. Okay. Then 2Y plus 2, 3Y. 200 minus 2, 198. Then what you will get? Y is equal to 198 upon 3. Y is equal to 66 run. Divide here by 3. Now you write here transpose 3. Okay. Transpose 3. So this is the run scored by a Rahul because we consider Y as a run of a Rahul. So the run scored by a Rahul is 66 run. Now Sachin scored. Sachin scored is twice into Y. So 2 into 66 is equal to 132 runs. Okay. I hope all of you are getting my points. Now question number 3. Solve the following. Here again we have to frame the equation from the given question, and after that we have to solve the question. In whatever things we have done in the question number 2 or question number 1, same thing we are going to follow here. Okay. So first question is, Irfan says that he has 7 marbles, more than 5 times the marbles Parmeet has. Here what Irfan is saying, he has 7 marbles more than. It means the marbles which Irfan having, it is given here. Parmeet marbles is not given here. It means the unknown number is of a Parmeet. Okay. So let the Parmeet has X marbles because unknown is Parmeet. So Parmeet has X marbles. Okay. Now according to question, Irfan has 37 marbles. So right here Irfan has 37 marbles. But what your question is saying, that Irfan has 5 times the marble Parmeet has. 5 times the marble Parmeet has. So here 5 times of X because Parmeet has X marble. So 5 times of Parmeet is, it means 5 into X. 7 marbles more. It means more means we have to add. So plus 7. So you will get, here you are getting 5x plus 7 Irfan has, and here you are again getting Irfan has 37 marbles. Here we are talking about Irfan. So 5x plus 7 equal to 37. Here again Irfan, here again Irfan. So it means they are equal. So they are also equal. So 5x plus 7 equal to 37. Now transpose to 7. Then what you will get here? That 5x equal to 37 minus 7. Right here transpose 7. Then what you will get? 5x equal to 30. So x equal to 30 upon 5. Again transpose 5. So you will get x equal to 6. So your answer is Parmeet has 6 marbles. Understood all of you? Now last question. People of Sundargram planted trees in the village garden. Some of the trees were fruit trees. The number of non-fruit trees were 2 more than the 3 times the number of fruit trees. See here from the question, the number of non-fruit trees were 2 more. It means here non-fruit trees numbers are given to us. And what is not given here? The number of fruit trees. So here the number of fruit trees is unknown. So we will consider it as a variable. Okay. Now what was the number of fruit trees planted? If the number of non-fruit trees planted was 77. So here your unknown is fruit trees. So consider it as a variable. So in solution, let the number of fruit trees be x. And non-fruit trees is equal to what? How many times? 3 times. 3 times the number of fruit trees. 3 times. It means multiply 3 into x, because here it is written there 3 times the number of fruit trees. So 3 into, and fruit trees x. So 3x. More than 2 more than what? 2 more than. It means we have to add 2. So your answer for non-fruit tree is 3x plus 2. And question is saying the number of non-fruit trees planted was 77. So number of non-fruit trees was 77. Okay. So here both the equation is talking about the non-fruit trees. If they are equal, so they are again equal. So write here 3x plus 2 equals 77. Now transpose 2. Then you will get 3x equal to 77 minus 2. 3x equal to 75. Now again transpose 3. You will get x equal to 75 upon 3. Then divide by 3. You will get 25, because 25 3 is 75. So in answer, the number of fruit tree planted is 25. Okay. Why? Because x is your fruit tree. See here we got the value of x. And what is your x? The number of fruit trees. Okay. I hope you all understood the points which I have explained in the video. So complete your copy up to here, and your homework is to solve all the remaining question which I have not explained here. Okay. That is your homework. Okay. So thank you. Have a nice day.